Learning to hear the different sections in a song is a very important part of understanding the structure of music. However, it can be tricky because every song is different, and you can't just study and memorize the information. You need to be able to listen critically and evaluate what you hear to analyze the music as you listen. We'll talk about the various patterns and formulas that music tends to use later, but the first step is learning to hear repetition and change. A really great song for this is Vivir mi vida by Khaled, covered by Marc Anthony. It starts off with this very catchy melody, sung by a whole choir of people. Another word for choir is chorus, which makes it easy to remember that this memorable refrain is called the chorus. Now the choir stops singing and Marc Anthony sings alone. In addition to this textural difference, the melody he's singing is different than what we just heard. We call this section the verse. Did you notice that change? It's still only Marc Anthony singing, but he's a little louder and the melody is going higher. The accompaniment has also changed. It's getting more forceful and more instruments are playing. This is another new section, the pre-chorus. Do you recognize this? It's the whole choir singing the theme from the beginning. This is the chorus again. At first, this sounds like new content. The words are completely different from anything we've heard before. Even though the lyrics are different, we have actually heard this melody before. Let's pause the song and listen to this new section, overdubbed on top of the verse from before. It's the same melody, isn't it? There are changes in the text, but the basic musical identity is the same as the verse. So this section is another verse. We've heard this before too, and with the same words. This is the pre-chorus. Of course, the pre-chorus leads to the chorus. The rest of the song is a loop of the chorus material, with variations in both the instrumental and vocal presentations. This whole thing is structurally just a conclusion, or a coda, and doesn't really need any other label. So, including the conclusion, we've heard the chorus 4 times and the verse twice. The pre-chorus was used to transition from one to the other. I can't include the whole song here for copyright reasons, but pause this video and go listen to it. Can you hear when each section begins and ends? Once you've identified the various sections in a song, the next step is determining the organization for these sections. We'll talk in more detail about this later, but to complete this discussion, let's go through the process. The big thing I'm looking for is a pattern. I see this sequence of verse, pre-chorus, and chorus repeats itself. There's a chorus on either side to begin and end the song. So in the same way that the last chorus is really just a conclusion, the first chorus can be considered an introduction. And what's left in between the introduction and the coda? Just that sequence repeated twice. The sequence is made up of verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, but structurally speaking, it acts like a single entity, since the whole thing repeats itself. Using the nomenclature that you will learn later in this lesson, we basically have an A section that repeats itself. A strophic form with 2 strophes.